Hello, welcome back to the channel for another coin hunt. Today we have £1,000 of £2 coins to have a hunt through. Locally cashed in coins today. This bag was sealed on the 27th of November 2023. No date on this bag. Without further ado, let's get them opened up and see what we can find. And while those bags are being opened up, let's have a quick look at the book to see which designs we're still after. On page 1 we need Commonwealth Games England. And then after that we have everything up to and including the Great Fire of London. And in the second bag, the first coin is a find. We have Lord Kitchener. He's a pretty common coin. However, there is a rare error on this one where if you turn it over and look at the obverse, it should say £2 at the bottom, which this one does. It doesn't say £2, then you found yourselves an excellent error, so keep your eye out for that one. Ah, nice, and here we have a DNA double helix. A lovely design, but not quite a keeper, unfortunately. Jodie Clark portrait, so this is going to be something. We have a Shakespeare's Tragedies, so Shakespeare is a 3-coin set. This one's in the middle in terms of the mintage figures. However, it's known to have an edge inscription error, so I'm just going to check that now. What a Piece of Work as a Man is the correct edge inscription on that one. Definitely worth keeping an eye out for those. Not as hard to find as the Lord Kitchener mule error. And here we have VE Day. That's the most common commemorative £2 coin. Over 10 million of them were circulated. There's another VE Day. Spotted an edge inscription on this one that isn't standing on the shoulders of giants. So we should find a commemorative. There it is. For King and Country, World War I Army Centenary. So just worth checking for rotation errors on this one. And it's worth checking the edge inscription. I think we find that one more than any other design. It's pretty close between that one and VE Day. Here we have Brunel. So Brunel's portrait, again, this is one of 2 coins in the set, Brunel's portrait and Brunel's achievements. This one can have an edge inscription error, so I'm just going to check that. I can see the word engineer there, so that is correct and as it should be. Oh, nice, and that's our first low tier keeper of the day. That's Charles Darwin. It's my favourite £2 design. What? Axe throwing? The mind boggles. Tombola? Oh, this is going to be quite interesting. Axe throwing? Crikey. How do I even get into it? There we go. Quite exciting. So it looks like we've got some returns from some sort of event, some sort of fundraiser. Here we have a gunpowder plot. Let's get it the right way around. Very grubby, that one. It's not a keeper anyway. Chocolate tombola. There we have a very, very grubby Shakespeare's History. So that's 2 of the Shakespeare coins that we've found. We just need the comedies to complete the set. Let's move that down and leave a space for comedies if we find it. What event are we going to have next? Let's have a look at this one here. Face painting. Fabulous. And we have a Rugby World Cup. That was the first bimetallic £2 coin. A commemorative one, I mean. Very nice. Not quite a keeper though. It's going to be something. Jodie Clark, £2. It's another Army centenary with no rotation error and no edge inscription error. Here we have a Charles Dickens. It's the first one of those today. Very common indeed though. And we're going to finish that bag off with a much better condition Shakespeare's Histories. There's another Brunel's Portrait. Check the edge inscription. Engineer, absolutely correct, and as it should be. There's another Shakespeare's Histories. Oh, we've got another event, Teddy Tombola. Wow, these people, they've had an amazing time. Chocolate Tombola float, £50. Well, I hope there is £50 in there. Oh dear, the Teddy Tombola float, £40, just fell everywhere. I'll have to retrieve that now. Bear with. I think that's most of them. That's a very knackered 2006. Bent way out of shape. And here we have a Shakespeare's Comedies, so that's completed the Shakespeare set, which is very cool. So let's start that back off with another Charles Dickens there. Ah, nice, that's a Florence Nightingale. Very common, but again, a lovely, lovely design. Very shiny 2014. And a Trinity House, so that's a low tier keeper. So that's the second low tier keeper of the day. No fireworks yet, but nice array of finds. And there's Abolition of the Slave Trade, very common one as well. Just check for the letters DG next to the 7, that's the non-circulating version of the coin. And there's another Army centenary with no rotation error and no edge inscription error. Abolition of the Slave Trade number 2. This one's going to be something. It's another Shakespeare's Histories. Third one, fourth one of the day, something in that ballpark. What have we got here? I think we have a fake. That one's going to go in the Hall of Shame with all the other fakes that I find on the channel. Let's pop it up there at the top. Nice, there's a Trinity House again, that's the second one of the day. Another Rugby World Cup, second one of the day. Oh, there's a couple of good ones in here, or at least one good one. Excellent. All right, let's work our way down to it. I don't know if you guys caught that before I sneakily hid it away. It's going to be this one here. Absolute gem. 1908 Olympic Centenary. Brilliant find. Top tier find. And we have a very shiny Lord Kitchener to finish that bag off as well. £2 at the bottom though. Another Abolition of the Slave Trade. I think that's the third one today. And another Brunel's portrait with the correct edge inscription on that one. Amazingly, we haven't found Brunel's achievements yet today. Let's start this bag off with another Army Centenary. No rotation error, no edge inscription error on that one. Marconi's wireless transmission. Haven't seen that one today. Not in bad condition, that one. It's very common though. Another Trinity House, that's the third one. And a Shakespeare's Histories. Lost count of how many of those we've had. And this is the last bag of the hunt. Okay, I'm going to double check all the coins now, make sure I didn't miss anything the first time round, and I'll post back in a few seconds with what I find. Okay, I finished checking all the coins and I did find one technology which I'm going to share with you. Before we get to that, the first order of business is the Hall of Shame. Here's that fake £2 that we found during the hunt. It's living in there with all of its other naughty friends. And then the technology that I found is this one here. It's from 2010. 2010 is the year to keep an eye out for these double die obverse errors. Gonna have a zoom in nice and close, turn the coin over, have a look at the obverse, and if you look at the lettering on the outside, the E and F there at the bottom of the DEF, and then the Elizabeth, you clearly see the writing is doubled there. Very cool indeed. We've been quite fortunate in finding a few of these on the channel. So 2010, well worth keeping an eye out for that one. And then looking back at the hunt itself, I think the best finds are on the bottom row here. We've got a Darwin, 3 Trinity Houses, the Olympic Centenary, and then of course that double die obverse error as well from 2010. Thank you very much for watching as always. If you enjoyed the hunt, please do hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you next time for another coin hunt.